Welcome to the 2-Minute Podcast. Today we have Adam Patterson. He is the drummer and vocalist for the Expendables, an OG band in the Cali reggae scene. They've done it all. It's a pleasure. Point. Welcome on the show.
Hey, thanks for having me.
It's been quite the ride for the Expendables. 25 years of making music. You guys are legends in the scene. Your songs have affected countless lives. Did you guys ever think that the song Bowl for Two would have the life that it's had?
No, it didn't really blow up, or whatever you want to call it, when we put it out. It took years for it to be like this song that people like smoke every day to. So I don't. We never go into it writing a song like thinking it's gonna be a hit. Like I've never had that actual thought. You think maybe this one will be more popular than others, and it's almost never the case. We're an independent band. A lot of our genre is not like we're not pop, you know what I mean? So we're not like necessarily writing hits. Like you gotta have 3 hits on an album. We're kind of an independent genre in that sense. You don't have that pop like hit pressure, which is cool.
You guys all met very early on, right?
Yeah, Raul and I were in first grade together, and Jeff and I were in Little League like when we were like 7 on the same team. So yeah, we've been friends forever. It's good. It's like we kind of know when to give each other space, when to give each other a hug. It's really easy to travel and write music with. It's just it's fun.
So would you say you guys are like brothers almost now?
Yeah, more like married.
Has anything funny ever happened when you guys were opening for a band?
Yes, we were opening for Less Than Jake. Their fans didn't really know us, so we were trying to like give a good impression, and went out there, and Jeff, like 5 seconds into the set, yells, "What's up, Cleveland?" And we were in Detroit, so the Detroit fans weren't that stuck. We laughed it off, and it was fun, and we actually played a good show.
Did you ever think it would get to this point when you guys started as a high school band?
No, not at all. We just did it for fun. We used to mob down to Santa Barbara all the time and just play these wild parties. I think some of the Iration boys were even there before I even knew who they were, and some of the Revolution guys too. Yeah, a lot of times we didn't have places to play, so we would just play a college party. But that was like our show. So we'd go to San Luis Obispo, sometimes LA or LA area, and just play a party, and we thought it was a tour.
After all these years of doing it, do you still get nervous before going on stage?
I used to get scared that I'd mess up or I'd whatever, but then I realized even if I do mess up, that's like totally human, and our fans are very cool. Like they would just laugh with us. So I don't really get nervous anymore. I can't speak for everybody, but for me, I just know that our fans are that cool that if I blow it, they're gonna laugh with us and we'll just move on.
What is the story behind the song Homewrecker off the new album?
When we first wrote it, it had this like really old person feel. Like it sounded like something you'd hear at like a bar at 5 p.m. from like a cover band, and we couldn't quite figure it out. And then Raul was like, I think it's my guitar, I'm gonna change it up, and he started doing this like Dr. Dre kind of West Coast rap kind of thing going on, and that changed it for me to write, okay, this is kind of more of a hip-hoppy song. Then I got our now friends, Little Stranger. I did not know them, but I texted John, and I was like, hey, I have these 2 verses, but I need like the villain, I need the Homewrecker in there. And he's like, oh, I got you, dude. And he wrote this sweet verse that just like as the Homewrecker, which he's not like that at all, but he could get into the character, and he just tied it all together.
Yeah, Little Stranger is dope.
Love them. Yeah, they're awesome. My dad is the one that's like, you need to watch these guys. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And so I did. And I was like, oh yeah, these guys are good.
Well, Adam, thank you for coming on the show. I appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for having me. This is Adam from the Expendables, and make sure you're following the 2-Minute Podcast.
Thank you. Thank you. Woo!